It's Sunday, and I'm here with Rick, and we're going to do a Q&A. So I'm waiting for my husband, and in case you haven't watched on our other videos, I'm always waiting for him because he is always late, always. So while I'm waiting, I figured I would show you my coffee mug because I get asked about my coffee mugs now since I've shown them sometimes. So look at this one. Roosters. Is that not cute? He's got a coffee mug too. Here he comes. I'm going to show you your coffee mug. I get asked about mine all the time for some reason. So here's his coffee mug. He just got a little blue one. He normally has like a saucer.
It comes with a saucer, yes.
He does the cup and saucer thing.
With my coffee.
You want to tell him why?
Well, I used to...
While I adjust. Okay, there we go. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I used to drink a lot more coffee. I used to drink pots and pots and pots a day, and I was always looking for a bigger cup. And if I saw a cup that was bigger than the one I had, I would get that one. And I just decided one day I had to start cutting back. So I started making half pots rather than full pots, and I went for a smaller coffee mug. So I went cup and saucer.
Well, then he started liking the cup and saucer thing.
Yeah. I left my saucer inside, but I mean, I'd walk around the house and I'd hold it, and it would give that little jingle, 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 that rattle, and I like the sound. And then when you take a drink and you sit it back down, it goes ding.
It's a mini celebration.
So yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So, that's all. So I have my little coffee, and I have a collection of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually just stick with the blue because it's masculine.
Because when you have a cup and saucer, you want
have to have the manly color.
You can't be like
color.
little pink flowers and stuff.
No, yeah.
Okay, we're down to 1 bar of battery, so it might get off on us.
Well, delete all that.
No, I love that. Okay. So I put on Facebook, if you're not following the Fundamental Home on Facebook, you should be. There are links in the description box. But I had put on Facebook that we're going to do a Q&A with Rick, and if anybody had any questions, to let us know. Well, I got a bunch of them. So it's warm out here on the porch. So the first question is from Janelle, and it says to tell one man in the Bible that reminds you of yourself, and why.
Moses, because early on, you know, when the Lord came to Moses, Moses, you know, he put up excuses and he didn't want to do a thing, you know. And I know that when I first got saved, I was very shy. You know, ministry, any kind of church work involves being lots of times in front of people, or at least communicating with people, even if it's not, you know, at a pulpit, but even if it's visitation or something. And all of that scared me to death. So I didn't want to do it. And I told the Lord a lot that I didn't want to do it. And so yeah, I think Moses reminds me of me, or you know, vice versa. But yeah, and not to mention he wasn't a perfect person. I mean, none of them in the Bible were, except for the Lord. But you know, he failed. He got angry at times, and I know that many times I struggle in the Christian life. So I just identify with that. Not to mention, he dealt with a lot of ornery people, and now I'm not saying.
I saw the eye. I know who he's talking about.
I'm not saying my family is, but I'm just saying that he was constantly dealing with folks that were just always fussing and fighting. And I'm not talking about my family. I'm not talking about my family. I'm just general, you know.
Yeah.
And not to mention, when Moses,
he had no trouble preaching. Don't listen.
Well, now I'm just telling you why I like Moses. That when he died, you know, or before he died, the Bible says at the end of Deuteronomy that that his eyes were not dimmed. I mean, his strength was still there. I mean, the Lord just preserved him until the very end when you know.
That's why you admire him, but that's not why you
Right.
see yourself
I
as
just
him.
said that. That's why I like him.
Okay.
I've gone on from the question
Okay.
on to other things.
All right.
Continue on.
Next question from Amy. Oh, and we're almost out of battery, so I'm gonna have to cut this short.
All right, I'll
we'll
talk
answer
quick.
them all. We'll
I'll
answer them all
talk quick.
eventually.
Go ahead.
Okay. How do I get my husband to turn on music and dance with me in the living room? Now, if you don't know the story, if you're not on our Facebook page, on Facebook, I had shared the other night that I was sitting at the computer answering messages and emails and things, and all of a sudden Rick turned on our wedding song and walked into the room, and I heard it, and I knew what he was doing. So I got up from the computer and walked over to him, and we started slow dancing in the living room. And it was really nice, sweet romantic moments. In the end of the evening when we were tired. It was really nice. And I'd put it on Facebook. Well, people really responded to that post. And then he was embarrassed. So the question is, how do other wives get their husbands to behave romantically? Any advice for that? I asked it. I was like, well, what did I do to cause that? I don't even know that I did anything to cause that because he was in the other room. I was just answering emails and messages.
You either got it or you don't. No.
It's an
no.
inward gift.
No. I don't know. Well, there's a lot of things that could help a marriage,
I'm waiting. I want to know because I liked it. I want to do it again.
No, it's just. Well, let me just throw some things out.
Be quick.
Okay.
We're out of battery.
Well, it's like if people are too busy,
Yeah.
it really attacks any kind of affection there or anything.
So clear your schedule. a
I
bit.
know last night I got in late, and I pretty much just crashed as soon as I got in. There was,
No.
A wife could try to be more affectionate, and many times they'll get a response.
Yeah, I'm taking this in. I'm taking these notes to his recommendation. Good question,
Yeah.
Amy.
Yeah, but and you could compliment his muscles. You
Oh
know?
my word.
You know what I'm saying? Never mind. No, seriously. If you're the wife. I mean, it's your job to help your man.
Watch what you say now.
feel like the man, And I'll
Yeah. Okay, it's our
Huh?
job. Go ahead.
Never mind.
I like this question thing.
Never mind.
Okay.
Compliment.
Compliment the muscles because it's your
Muscles.
job.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not what I said. That's not. I say it's your job. I
heard
thought-
it's your job.
I thought you said.
Did you hear it's my job?
How can I help as a wife? And all right, that's helpful. Many times the
okay.
man is distracted. There's things going
But
on.
if I say those muscles are looking good, then you're all of a sudden the distractions go away. You're like, yes.
I will tell you, you'll get his attention. You will. If he's got any man left in him, I'll tell you, you will get his attention.
Okay.
Suddenly he'll say, yeah.
This is okay. This is probably going to be the last question.
Where is that song at?
This is going to be the last question because we are seriously running out of battery. How do you feel now that I have become a famous YouTuber? Which I'm just saying Bonilla's question. This was not my question because I don't feel like a famous YouTuber. You got to remember that I'm just at home like doing laundry and dishes. And when I go out in public, it's not like people recognize me. I've been recognized once, and that's it.
One time.
One time.
But it was exciting.
It was exciting, but I don't think we're famous. But I mean, I guess that there are a lot of people paying attention to our lives. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's exciting. But and my only response to that usually is clean the house. If you're no, you know what I mean. The videos, not so much my wife, but my daughter does videos too, and she always whips out the phone and she's taking video, and I'm thinking, well, that's neat, and I'm looking around thinking, dude, we should have picked up a little bit here, you know. Well, if there's only a few people seeing it, I mean, that's you know, whatever, but
I guess people are hunting in the woods.
But you know, how do I feel? I think it's exciting, but you know, I'm just waiting to see where it goes, and if this is as far as it goes, hey, it was
Fun.
It was fun. It was good. That's all.
All right, we're really running out of battery. We've been over 10 minutes already, so I'm just gonna save the rest of the questions for another time with him. I gotta charge the thing, but this will give you a little taste of what's coming, because let me tell you, there are some interesting questions on here. So if you have any other questions, just send them to us at the Fundamental Home on Facebook, and I'll make sure he answers them.
Yeah.
So
Clear your schedule.
it's your job, ladies. Okay.
Oh God,
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
go in the house and admire his muscles, because it's our date day.
Right.
You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm really glad you came to visit us here at the Fundamental Home. Make sure if you enjoyed this video that you click the like button, and also click subscribe right below me for more videos coming into your inbox all the time. And also, if you enjoy social media, we've got links up at the top here for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all the other fun things. And check out thefundamentalhome.com for more information about what we're doing all the time and how we do it, because there's way more details there. And here over to the right, we have some videos that I recommend. So thanks again for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Bye.